Hey guys, welcome back to Wiley Gun 1776. So I've been busy over the past few weeks and I haven't been putting out some videos, but I'd like to get back into the swing of things. Between kids being on spring break, the wife with some projects and some stuff that I'm working on my own. YouTube, like you guys, it's kind of a hobby and sometimes has to take a back seat to some of the things that we've got going on. But got some cool new items coming up for the channel. Was able to record some of the footage and just haven't gotten a chance to kind of put stuff together. But what I wanted to do today was to discuss some of the things that we as EDC and concealed carriers can do about some of these new recent shootings that have come up. First, what we as a community can do, and then second of all, what we as individuals can do. So, as always, please take time to join the Wiley Guns family and subscribe, like, and comment. And that would certainly help me out, help the channel out. So let's get to it. Hey guys. So let's jump into this. There are really two things that I wanted to talk about. There are two main categories I want to talk about. First is what we as a community can do. And that is, we all know that the anti-gun people are going to be pushing for new restrictions and ban on assault weapons. They're going to be gunning for banning high capacity or what we call standard capacity magazines. They're going to be looking for increased background checks, which I don't know that a lot of this stuff would really do anything, but, they're also going to be looking at, what I feel is you're going to have restrictions on pistol braces, on ARs, and you're also going to be looking for red flag laws, all of which to me doesn't really address the root cause of the problem, which, in most of the cases, it's a mental illness, tied with some sort of level of frustration or hopelessness that these people can't, they have nothing better to gain. So it's really, it's more of a mental health issue than it is, if we just ban this type of gun, the problem will go away. We all know that it's not. So what do we do as a community? Write your elected officials is first, but also what I feel is just as important, be a good ambassador for firearms. If the topic comes up in the course of conversation and it's people that are not 2A, heavy into the 2A, talk to them, try to educate them, do it in a manner that you're educating and not shouting at them. Or if you don't agree with my point of view, you're not as smart. Try to be a good ambassador so that people understand that firearms aren't this big scary thing. Right? And also invite them to go shooting with you. I know cost of ammo is expensive right now and we don't really get out, but invite them to go shooting with you, or, say, hey, why don't you come over? I'll, introduce you to some of this stuff. And, so it's not this scary, topic that they only see in the news, that they have some sort of relevance and, oh, well, that's not as scary, or that's not the way I thought it was going to take. So, be a good ambassador. And the second thing is, as an individual, what do I take away from this? My first takeaway is sometimes we all become a little lax with our everyday carry. And if you are legal to carry every day. I mean, you just never know when something like this can happen. I mean, you're going to the grocery store, you're running some errands. You don't think of taking your carry gun. And, you're walking down an aisle at a grocery store and you see what can happen. So, don't be complacent. Carry all the time where you can legally. The second thing that I'm going to say to you out of using that Colorado shooting as a good example, you're on your own. Once something like that happens, one is it's going to take a little bit of time for the police to get there. And two, when they do get there, they're going to wind up surrounding the place. And, maybe you'll have a couple come in or whatever, but, for a given period of time, you're on your own. You need to be situationally aware. You need to be able to take care of yourself. And that's where your everyday firearm comes into play. You know, and one of the other important topics is going to be take a refresher on medical. You know, in a lot of these cases, if you watch that video, medical isn't the top priority. You know, the cops responding, they're not going to treat you medically. You're going to be sitting there, you know, until the situation becomes stable, or, you know, those first responders can help you with some degree of safety. So get some medical training or take a refresher on your medical. You know, stop the bleed, you know, basic first aid. That's another key thing. You know, another thing is, and I know it's probably going to be a little critical, but if you are in a situation like that, instead of recording, help out some of the people that are injured. You know, maybe not to that degree, but, you know, you'll see people that come across a car accident. They got the phone out and all, and the person is in there and needs help. There's a time and a place to record, and then there's a time and a place to get in there, help somebody out. You know, not everything needs to be captured on your phone. You know, I know that's the way society is, but, you know, do yourself a favor. Instead of recording some of this stuff, see what you can do to help out. You know, this guy was recording stuff, and there was a couple of people that were on the ground. Now, I don't know whether they were injured or deceased already, but, you know, it didn't seem like anybody was checking. Help, you know, check and see what you can do. Help them out. You know, worry about documentation to somebody else. You know, and then the other thing is, if you do carry, be situationally aware. And if something like this happens, come up with a plan on how to get out, have your gun out at low ready. And then once the cops do come, reholster, follow commands, and let them know that you are not the aggressor here, you know, and comply with all their directions. You know, it's a very difficult thing. You know, it's a stressful thing, but, you know, if you don't have your firearm with you and you don't have basic first aid, you're putting yourself in a severe handicap when these things do come up. So, you know, I know it's not really a lighthearted video, but I want to do a little quick catch up on where I am with the channel and, you know, where I've been for a little bit, you know, trying to get a couple things done. But I wanted to address this. You know, we really need to, you know, this should be a little bit of a wake-up call as a refresher for everybody. So, you know, make sure you carry, make sure you're prepared, you know, get some basic first aid. Those things are always good to know. So if you get a chance, again, please like, subscribe, and comment for the channel. Please join the Wiley Guns family, and I look to putting out some more videos in the coming days. Take it easy, stay safe, and stay educated.